Hey tribe, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be able to do this again. I am Airy Herbal. Yeah, obviously. And today I want to talk to you about the ways that I de-stress. A lot of you may not know this, but a lot of people do know this. When I was getting married, I was the most zen bride in the world. And like when I mean zen, like things fell apart. Let me tell you what happened, okay? Like everything fell apart. But I did not lose my cool not one time. So, first thing that happened was on the day I was supposed to go to the rehearsal, my car broke down. Completely broke down in the middle of traffic. In the middle of traffic, if you know me, you know I hate traffic. But everything worked out. My mom came, she got the AAA for us and then bought us a rental car. We drove up there. But that was stressful. My dress broke while I was sitting there waiting to go to Philadelphia. By the way, my wedding was outside of Philadelphia and I live in Baltimore. So it was a really far drive and I missed the rehearsal completely. My dress that I was wearing broke, so there went that dress. Had to change my clothes. I was so excited to wear that dress. But it wasn't my wedding dress, it was just a white dress I wanted to wear to the rehearsal. Then one of the groomsmen didn't show up. Luckily my brother just happened to be wearing the right color. And so he matched with the whole wedding, which was amazing. We think everything started late because one of the makeup artists didn't show up. It rained. But all of that made for a beautiful day in the end. I didn't sweat any of those things. There was just so many things happening on that day. Like, I can't even stress to you how much other women probably would have freaked out, and they would have been right to do so, but I was zenned out the whole time. Zenned out. I am a chill person. I don't let things get to me like that because I just don't feel like that would be in my best interest to let that kind of thing happen to me. So, today I want to talk to you about ways that I de-stress. Alright, so the number one way as Airy Herbal as I de-stress is I drink tea. Of course I drink tea. So here, I have Stress Ease tea for those people who can't have access to stress relieving teas or herbs or anything like that. I have random herbs just in my house because that's what I do. But traditional medicinals you can find anywhere. You can find them anywhere. This is not an ad. I wish it was, but it's not. But they're my favorite tea people because, they know what they're doing. They sustainably grow. None of this stuff is going to chill our environment, which is awesome. So, I love traditional medicinals. This one specifically has skullcap in it, which helps relieve stress, but it also has cinnamon and licorice root. Now cinnamon is an astringent and it helps things get to where they need to go. And if you've seen my other videos, cinnamon is a Martian herb. This is just not quick, but the energy is explosive in Martian herbs. And cinnamon is that herb that I just love to put in things because it gets things done. Like an Aries. It gets things done. It's spontaneous, it's quick, it's fast, and that's what I love about it. So I like the one with cinnamon, but you can get one with peppermint. You can get the basic one. It's actually pretty great. I love this one. My husband loves this one because he is probably the most stressed out person I've ever met in my life. And I'm just like the complete opposite. So that's why we work. And licorice root is also good for relaxation. So there's that. And then here's a tea that I made for my husband specifically. And if you watched the video from yesterday, you know that he is taking the bar. So, and here's some of this right here. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? He's taking the bar. So in this one has peppermint in it. And you can smell it. This smells so good in there. It has peppermint in it. It has lavender. It has ashwagandha in there. Because of its adaptogenic effects. It has hawthorn in it for the lowering of blood pressure because I worry a lot about people who stress out a lot, increase their blood pressure. I don't want anyone to die, and so of course I put that in there. And I'm pretty sure that's all that's in here. But that's what goes in this tea. And I don't always make him the same tea. I just make him different teas for different things, depending on how he's feeling, depending on what his symptoms of his stress are. I make him a different tea. He also has a tincture with skullcap in it to help him calm down. Sometimes I put chamomile tincture in there, which is also good for stress relief. Sometimes I add rose because the smell alone makes you feel better. It technically isn't like indicated for that, but like, I mean, it can't hurt. It makes you feel good because you smell it, and it just soothes you because it smells so good. So I do those things. I also do yoga, not as often as I probably should, but when I do yoga, I feel 20 times better. You know, even if that means just twisting, doing some twisting moves, some hip openers, those are very helpful for releasing a lot of stress. Especially a lot of us hold so much tension in our hips and our shoulders, you know, so just do a little bit of neck rolls to open up your neck and release a lot of tension. I like to pull my arm going this way and pull my head the opposite direction, and like just separate everything right here, and then come back, and then do the other side. I like doing that. And then obviously meditation. I take the time quite often to just stop and breathe and just be in my thoughts. Sometimes you might come in, you'll see me just, it's not because I'm mad or anything like that, it's because I just have to take the time to just feel, process, cleanse, breathe, get all of that stuff in and out, and just be myself and be who I am. So that's one of the ways that I do it. I'm trying to figure out anything else, because I know those are my main things. My main things: breathing, yoga, tea. And if you can't do the tea or the yoga, because it's kind of hard to do those when you're in, like, you know, actually in a stressful situation, one of the things that's very important is meditation, because you can do that anywhere. And also changing the way you talk to yourself, like positive self-talk. I do this quite often, but sometimes I find myself not doing it in super stressful situations because I let my stress get the best of me sometimes. But when I'm trying to stay away from it, I may stop and think to myself, all right, what are you stressing about? The outcome could be good, so don't worry about it. Or, maybe it's not that bad. Or, just nice things. Or, don't worry about it. It'll be fixed. Think of a solution. Things like that. Like, whatever makes me feel better. Sometimes I have to talk to myself about the situation. And believe that, and believe it or not, believing that, that everything is happening the way it's supposed to can sometimes be good. Sometimes feeling like, well, you know what, this might be the better option, even though it doesn't feel that good, helps. Now, I'm not saying it's going to help with someone who has like severe anxiety or depression or any of that stuff. I'm not saying that this is the only way to do it, because there are so many ways. This is just how I personally remain cool and collected in stressful situations. Sometimes it's better to not project your issues on other people. And also sometimes I see a therapist. I'm not clinically anything right now, but sometimes it's better to talk to someone, talk it out, listen. Sometimes it's good to listen to what they have to say. Sometimes I don't like what my therapist has to say, if I'm honest with myself, but I always listen and understand and think about it, If I think that it makes sense that I should include what she's saying into my way of thinking, then I will. And if I don't think that's a good idea, then I won't. But oftentimes I do think about it, and I take it into consideration, regardless if I put pushback, because I may push back, but it doesn't mean that I'm not considering it or thinking about it. It's just I need to think about it and understand it from my own perspective, and see how to incorporate it and whether or not it fits into how I feel. But so those are the ways that I cope. If you have some great coping mechanisms and you you want to share them in the comments, feel free to do that, because other people are watching this and they're wondering how to release stress. And maybe my ways aren't going to work for them, but your ways might work for them. So definitely, if you have some better way or something that really helps you, I encourage you putting it down in the comments, because I want this to be a space of healing for everyone. So just I almost said give me a call. It's like I'm at work again. So anyway, just, put it down there if you have any ideas, or you just want to tell me that they worked or they didn't work. Just anything. I love hearing from you guys. Like I said yesterday, thank you so much for sharing this with me. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week, and I love you. Like and subscribe if you like this video. All right, have an amazing day. Bye.